Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about how to choose probiotics correctly in 6 easy steps. I know taking probiotics has become quite a trend recently, but a lot of people are taking the wrong products in the wrong way, which can actually make them feel a lot worse than before. So today I want to teach you how to choose the right probiotic for you depending on the exact issues that you have. Guys, if this is the first time watching my videos, welcome to Supplement Talks, where we do supplement reviews and health guides. So don't forget to subscribe and follow us on our other social media channels as well as on our website mysupplementadvice.com. So, how can you choose the right probiotic? First of all, figure out what is your problem and why you think you need a probiotic. Maybe you have digestive problems like diarrhea, bloating, IBS, or constipation. Maybe you have skin problems like acne and they may be triggered by a bad gut. Maybe you've been taking antibiotics recently or you have immunity problems. There could be a lot of reasons. But the point is that you need to have a reason. I don't recommend taking probiotics randomly if you have absolutely no reason to take them. You can even consult your doctor and have him recommend you the best probiotics for your exact issues. But it's essential to have a goal when deciding to take a probiotic. Next, choose the right dosage depending on your problem. In most cases, a probiotic's dosage is indicated in colony-forming units, or CFU. But the amount of CFU you need really depends on your problem. And let me give you some practical recommendations. For children, the usual dosage is between 5 and 10 billion. But it's probably best to give your child a probiotic only if your doctor recommended it specifically. For adults, the rules are a bit lighter, so you can take a probiotic without prescription. And the usual amount for adults is between 10 and 20 billion CFU. For daily maintenance or for minor issues, you can use products with 5 up to 10 billion CFU. For average cases, you should pick a product with between 10 and 40 billion CFU. And as for strong probiotics, they have between 40 and 50 billion CFU or even more. Now, I don't necessarily recommend a product with a higher dose for everyone, unless you have clear symptoms of gut issues like digestive problems, poor immunity, stress, or if you've been taking antibiotics recently. Even so, my advice regarding strong probiotics would be to take them for about 1 to 3 months at most, or until your gut recovers. There's absolutely no need to take them for longer. Going for different bacterial strains is also very important, and that's because different bacterial strains come with different benefits. For example, you've surely heard about Lactobacillus because it's a very popular bacterial strain. Well, it can fight against bacteria that causes autoimmune condition. It obviously has a lot more benefits, so this is just one of them. Some of the most popular bacterial strains, and I hope I pronounced them correctly, well, they are Lactobacillus, Bifidobacterium, Saccharomyces, Streptococcus, Enterococcus, Escherichia, and Bacillus. Obviously, their doses will vary from product to product, but in general, probiotics with 2 or 3 bacterial strains are not very strong. So you should go for supplements with at least 5 to even to 12 bacterial strains, so the more the better. My fourth tip would be to pay attention to prebiotics. Prebiotics are fibers designed to feed the good bacteria from your gut, so the probiotics. This is why combining probiotics with prebiotics allows probiotics to grow much faster and survive for longer, so the supplement's effect is much better. Unfortunately, about 95% of all probiotic supplements do not contain any prebiotics, so you have to buy one separately, which means more money spent, more pills to take, so it's a lot more complicated overall. That's why it's super important to go for a supplement that combines probiotics with prebiotics. The next thing you should do is to look at a probiotics user feedback before buying it. Now, in some cases, you won't find too many user opinions, especially if the product is more recent and if it doesn't have a long history. But if that's the case, you can look for more specialist review of that product. We have a lot of reviews of probiotics on our website, mysupplementadvice.com, so I would say that you can find everything you need there. In case you're considering a product with a lot of user opinions, you can take a look at these reviews and see what those people say. Were they satisfied with the results? Did the product work? And were there any side effects that kept repeating in a lot of people? And lastly, pick a trustworthy brand. In the last year, I noticed a lot of weird probiotics that appeared on the market. And me and my team received a lot of emails from brands that they were just launching their probiotic supplement and they would offer to give us money just to make a positive review of that product. And guess what? The products were usually terrible in terms of formula. They would have low doses and very few bacterial strains, and in most cases they would actually cost a lot. So obviously we did not accept, because we would never praise a product that is absolutely terrible for any amount of money. That's why it's better to go for producers that have a long history behind and a very good reputation. Sure enough, you can sometimes find recent products that are really great, but in most cases this doesn't really happen. So, considering all the tips I gave you in this video, what would be a probiotic that I would recommend? There are several that I really like, but my personal favorite would be Biome MD from 1MD. Now, 1MD is a brand that I absolutely love. They have some amazing products and supplements for a really low price. But their probiotic supplement is just wow. It has 11 different bacterial strains in some huge doses, around 60 billion CFU, which is indeed a bit on the high side. But it's great to take for the short term, like 1 to 3 months at most, because it can heal your gut super fast and you won't have to take it for a lot of months, which happens with other probiotics. It's one of the few supplements that also contains prebiotics, which is great. It only requires 1 pill per day, and like most products for 1MD, is really affordable. I'm going to leave you a link to it in the description below. And as with all products, I recommend buying it from its official website instead of retailers, because it's the only way to get an original version for sure. In case you want to see more about Biome MD, I'm going to leave you my video review of it in the right part of my screen as well as in the description below. So until next time, take care and wishing you all the best.